Hi guys, so good afternoon and welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. Okay, so ayan, nabubulol tayo kasi I'm using my retainers right now. So, it's 13:35. Inulit ko na ba? In the afternoon, ulit-ulit no? And it's January.
Hello, billionaire. Ano
Wait
ba
lang.
mag-charge ka na?
Sorry for that. Hindi ko alam kung nagpe-play yun or naririnig. So, ulitin ko lang for clarification. Ayan. It's 13:35 in the afternoon right now. It's January 11th, 2024. So, and we are reading page 111 to 112 of the book Mastery. We're on to chapter 3. 3 Absorb the master's power, the mentor dynamic. So, ayan. So, the synchronicity is top tier. Diba? So, 11:11 tapos yung page natin is 111. So, wala lang. Just have to say that. Okay, so I'm still working right now and that's all I do, guys. Ang gagawin natin? It will end soon. Sana. Anyways, let's continue reading. So, focus on me, guys. Focus muna kayo sa aking 2-hour lesson for the day. Parang teacher lang. So, Ramachandran was mesmerized. It was like something right out of the pages of Humphrey Davy. Gregory performed thought-provoking demonstrations of his ideas on stage. He had a flair for drama and great sense of humor. That is what science should be like, Ramachandran thought. He went up after the talk and introduced himself. They had an instant rapport. He mentioned to Gregory an optical experiment he had been pondering, and the professor was intrigued. He invited Ramachandran to visit Bristol and to stay in his home, where they could try out his idea together. Ramachandran took up the offer, and from the moment he saw Gregory's home, he knew he had found his mentor. So it was like something out of Sherlock Holmes, full of Victorian instruments, fossils, and skeletons. Sobrang intrigue ako nito kay Sherlock Holmes, 'di ba? Super nito. If I'm not mistaken, ginawa tong movie. Tapos napanood ko na siya actually. So the characters and I mean the actors and actresses are brilliant. Plus super pogi points pa ni Sherlock. So Gregory was precisely the kind of eccentric Ramachandran could identify with. Soon he was commuting to Bristol regularly. Experiments. He had found a lifelong mentor to inspire and guide him, and over the years he would come to adopt much of Gregory's style of speculation and experiment. So growing up in Japan in the late 1970s, Yoki Matsuka felt like an outsider. Parang ibang version na to. So, as discussed in chapter 1, pages 33 and 34, she liked to do things her own way in a country that seemed social cohesion and conformity above everything else. When she decided to take up tennis seriously at the age of 11, she used the players John McEnroe, and Andre Agassi as her role models, consummate rebels in what had been a very genteel sport. Later, when she moved to the United States and began attending university, he brought with her the same need to go her own way in whatever she did. In whatever she did. If there was a field no one was studying, it excited her. Following this instinct, she got into the she got into the then esoteric field of robotics and admitted to the PhD program at MIT. There, for the first time in her life, she met someone of her own temperament, Rodney Brooks, professor of robotics at MIT, and the bad boy of the department. So it's lovely to have these kind of people, no? When you are actually in your level, like intellectually speaking, the humor and all, and um, the belief system, somehow. But it doesn't always need to be like that. But um, it's just good to have someone like that because you don't need a lot of explaining. It's automatically they just get it, right? So he was bold, taking on the higher ups in the department and arguing against some of the most entrenched ideas in the field of artificial intelligence. He had developed a completely novel approach to robotics. It excited her that a professor could get away with such an unconventional attitude. She began to spend as much time around him as possible, soaking up his style of thinking and turning him into her de facto mentor. He was not a teacher who told you what to do. He let you find your own way, including your own mistake, but would lend you support when you needed it. So amazing, no? So these kinds of people are rare to find. But when you find them, diba, sobrang fulfilling ng feeling. Fulfilling na feeling. There's such kind of fulfillment and relief and astonishing point. Tama ba yung term? Mesmerizing point. Glamorous. Basta yung mix ng ganon, guys. Na feeling kasi nga, you get instant help. Not instant, but you get the help that you need at that moment. Kasi nga, there is someone looking out for you. So, if there is someone looking out for you like that, so sana all. Diba? This style suited her need for independence. It was only later that she realized how much his ideas had gotten under her skin. Unconsciously following his lead, she would eventually create her own approach to robotics and pioneer a totally new field known as neurobotics. I like I like I like neurobotics. Amazing. This kind of people have been into the create has started the creator mode. They just create and create. So the choice of the right mentor is more important than you might imagine. Okay. So because so much of her future influence upon you can be deeper than you are consciously aware of. The wrong choice can have a net negative effect upon your journey to mastery. You could end up absorbing conventions and styles that don't fit you and that will confuse you later on. If she is too domineering, you could end up becoming a lifelong imitation of the mentor instead of a master in your own right. So, it's important, guys, that when you are teaching someone, hindi kayong maging imitator or yung gaya-gaya ng someone you idolize. You have to amplify your unique gift. Hindi yung you will rely everything on your master or, mentor. 'Di ba? It's important that you parang ano ba yun, malagpasan yung point na yon, yung crucial stage na yon. And I hope you don't, parang, basta, alam nyo na yun, guys. So, people often err in this process when they choose someone who seems the most knowledgeable. the most knowledgeable has a charming personality or has the most stature in the field, all superficial reason. Do not simply choose the first possible mentor who crosses your path. Be prepared to put as much thought into it as possible. So no, you know, when you really think about it, I think most of the difficult people, they actually have this kind of knowledge that they it's a secret, and they only spill it out with the right people. So imagine kung you become one of those right people, 'di ba? You will inherit those knowledge kasi they are willing to impart it to you or to give it to you for free kasi maybe they see something in you that is rare or that they hinahangaan also nila, or maybe they believe in you. So it's good if you become one of those people. So pansin ko lang, they have this knowledge that they don't tell anybody. Those difficult people that is a little bit, most of the time they were called a little bit crazy or something in between. So do not simply choose the first, ayun na, next paragraph. So when selecting a mentor, you will want to keep in mind your inclinations and life's task, the future position you envision yourself. Okay, the mentor you choose should be strategically aligned with this. Naasar ako guys, hindi ako makapag ng salita kasi yung suot ko yung retainers. So the future position you envision yourself, the mentor you choose should be strategically aligned with this. If your path is in more revolutionary direction, you will want a mentor who is open, progressive, and not domineering. If your ideal aligns more with a style that is somewhat idiosyncratic, you will want a mentor who will make you feel comfortable with this and help you transform your peculiarities into mastery, instead of trying to squelch on them. If, like Jung, you are someone confused and ambivalent about your direction, it can be useful to choose someone who can help you gain some clarity about what you want, someone important in the field who might not fit perfectly with your taste. Sometimes part of what a mentor shows us is something that we will want to avoid or actively rebel against. So, yung mga mentor guys na yan, like myself, so of course they already have gained experiences that they don't want you to undergo na. Kaya sometimes it's really good to hear us out, or you really listen, not only like not just listen, but you really take notes sometimes, 'di ba, of what is really important. Kasi may mga bagay na ayaw na namin pagdaanan ninyo, you know. So because we already know the outcome, and it's not good naman, 'di ba? So in this latter case, you might initially want to maintain a little more emotional distance than normally recommended, particularly if she is the domineering type. Over time, you will see what to absorb and what to reject. So you have to really be smart enough, or smart enough, may ganon. You have to have that intellect to know, to really discern what you should absorb and what, I'm so good at this, you know. Because I told you, diba, people often, especially if they don't, if you just started a conversation, they usually tell me their entire life. But just like food, you know, the pika pika, you just gotta pick what seems to be true to you. But sobrang ko, hindi ako talaga naniniwala guys, unless most of the time I need evidences. And sometimes it is so entertaining to hear their lies and stories. You know, sometimes. So, remember the mentor dynamic replaces something of the parental or father figure dynamic. It is a cliche that you do not get to choose family you are born into, but you are happily free to choose your mentors. In this case, the right choice can perhaps provide what your parents didn't give you: support, confidence, direction, space to discover things on your own. Look for mentorship who can do that, and beware of falling into the opposite trap, opting for a mentor who resembles one of your parents, including all of his negative traits. He will merely repeat what hampered you in the first place. Okay? Okay, so sobrang funny no that we can, sabi nila, di ba, dito sa lifetime, dito sa 3D, you really can choose your parents. Pero may mga nagsasabi naman na before you came here in this world, you already like pick your parents because they are the one that will help you become who you are today. So, depende na which path are you going to walk on or to go. So, as may free will naman talaga, 'di ba? As much as there is the gift of free will. Pero, 'di ba, medyo skeptic pa rin ako doon kasi basta yung sa religious chuchu and all, hindi ko pa rin siya ma-comprehend ng maigi. Pero, yung sa free will nating, sige, saka ko na sa inyo i-explain kasi. De joke lang ngayon na. For example, sinasabi, diba may free will tayo? Like, we can later on, for example lang do not do this baka maban yung YouTube ko. You can commit, kunyari, putulin nyo yung kamay nyo. Diba? You have the choice to do that. Kasi may kutsilyo naman siguro sa bahay nyo. Or any form of it that you can, do that. Kaya hindi naman need ng kutsilyo. Diba? Siyempre may free will ka. Siyempre hindi nyo gagawin yung kasi masakit and all. Pero, yun na nga yung term na free will. Pero, at the same time, sinasabi nila na parang everything this is written also. Yung mga mangyayari. So, it's crazy, no? Tapos, may touch of astrology pa and may touch of divine plan, 'di ba? Parang ganun. Are you getting my point, guys? Baka nawawala ko na kayo. Proceed na tayo sa number 2. Basta something ganun, guys. Hindi ko sa inyo maano kasi yung retainer ko ngayon hindi ko maayos yung kwento. Nakakasar. Number 2 na muna tayo, guys, okay? So, gaze deep into the mentor's mirror. So, Hakuin Zenji, 1685 to 1769, was born in a village near the town of Hara in Japan. Taray, let's go to Japan. Buti pa yung friend ko. Nasa Japan siya lately. Sana all. So, his family on his father's side, coming from an illustrious line of samurai warriors. As a child, Hakuin had a kind of relentless energy that would seem to mark him for a life dedicated to the martial arts. But at around the age of 11, he heard a priest deliver a sermon about the torments of hell for those who were not careful. And this talk filled the young boy with an intense anguish that nothing could extinguish. So, saka natin to ipagpatuloy, guys, kasi tapos na yung task natin for today and I still need to do work and my physical body is and my emotional system and all of it are just in pain right now. So, ayoko nang i-amplify pa yon or anything. Basta, Basta, yun na yun, guys. And kayo, I hope, of course, all my viewers are doing well in life. Siyempre, I'm rooting for you guys kasi, kayo lang naman kausap ko dito, di ba? Pag may nagko-comment sa inyo, yun lang yung nakakausap ko. So, yan. Hello sa inyo, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I'm going back to work na. Okay? So, always be safe and yeah. I will see you again.
California.